What you're saying, it sounds like you've done something similar to that, right? You basically said, I read it, but instead of just reading it, I'm like putting it in my own words so that way I know I'm comprehending what I'm reading.
That's correct. And not just reading it, but also creating my own outline, because again, this exam is within 4 hours and there's a lot of topics that are being discussed. So by creating your own outline and developing your own mnemonics and memory aids, you have that quick reference guide. If you see that particular topic, because you've done it so many times, and you know where you're strong and weak at, you can quickly ascertain, okay, I've seen this problem, quick reference guide in my head, I remember this in my outline, I remember the story that I created to really hone in this concept and this topic. Let me go ahead and apply that exact same technique if I see this topic within the exam.
Did you find that transitioned well while you were taking the exam?
Absolutely. Again, I mentioned, you're going into the exam, you're gonna be anxious, right? But it's how you channel that. And so it's understanding like, hey, you've done the reps, you're ready to go, you put in the work. Doesn't guarantee your outcome, but you're well prepared to be proficient and dangerous when it comes to the exam day. And that's kind of where I had to get my mentality into it. It's kind of, again, a sports mentality.
That's good. That's good.
Ready to go.
Those are really good tips for studying, man. Those are really good tips. And I feel like, that's a lot of that is what I've done too, to make sure that I was successful when I passed. But I didn't have to work. I actually had the family support of saying, go ahead and just study. I took like a whole year, just like taking my time, really interpreting and understanding it. So that way, when I walked into the exams, I felt very confident that I would pass. And I did all of them except for one that I had to take twice, but that's my story. Let's talk about your exam process. So which one did you take first, and did you have to take any more than once?
Well, I'll be frank. To get all 4 completed, it took me 10 attempts. I don't even recall exactly the order of when I took it. Okay. I just know that I was able to take it based off like the timing and the schedule. But with all that being said, I passed the last 3 in a row. So what that means is I was able to figure out and get back to the drawing board upon those failures and essentially failing forward. Like I knew what I had to go back and tweak and update in regards to my strategies and my tips and stuff like that, which ended up making me successful. So I'll probably drag and was upset for about 2 minutes, but I was like, okay, back to the drawing board.
I mean, it's when you put so much into it going in, and then to get a result that says you did make it, there's that moment of, I really, you could take on that and be like, I'm done. I don't care about this anymore. And keep frustrated. So I got to give my hats off to you for continuing, even if you've gone through it that many times and passing, because it takes a lot of will to do that. You know what I mean?
Correct. And I was close on many of them. I was always within that range. I was always almost there. So I knew I had to go back. I'll even reference like I grew up in the 90s, and so Michael Jordan, before he got his first championship, he had to get through the Pistons. Yeah. He had to get through the Larry Birds. Yeah. He had to get through Magic Johnson before he was crowned a champion. So I knew that upon those failures, like I got to go back. I got to go back in the off season. I got to make some changes. I got to make some updates. But the goal is still the goal, is to become a CPA.
Right.